Well, we're here. We're here.
Right.
Where am I looking? Where am I running? Oh, just there. No, I don't need umbrella.
Don't run.
We don't need umbrellas.
Oh, Melvin. I've met this Melvin before.
Wait.
Robbie, thank you.
Oh, sorry, bro. I forgot to let him out.
Oh, don't close the door, bro.
Oh, sorry. Didn't know you were getting out there. Sorry.
No, it's not your
Sorry,
fault,
boys.
Peter. Thanks, Robbie, for leaving the door clogged.
Yeah. Melvin, how are you?
Hi, good.
Robbie, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Well, you can get that off anyhow. I'm not speaking to him, but Darren. Nice to meet you, Melvin. You okay?
Yes.
Good. Except for your team. So why Liverpool then?
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Did you get dropped on your head?
You're right. You're either a Reid or you're
No,
not.
I used to support them when I was a kid. And my
Yeah.
dad dropped me on my head.
And
My mum was an Evertonian, proper.
Yeah.
You know.
I think so.
So you happy
Can't
with the
say that,
performances so far from Liverpool?
Absolutely. I mean, based on results, it's definitely up there. But you know, but it's good that this season, at least we see results. That's what matters. You know.
You, just judging by what you've just said, you feel like the performances have dropped off a little bit.
Of course, the front three is actually not firing as what we have expected.
Yeah.
But based on past season, they set the bar too high.
Yeah.
Nah, but defensively, with the goalkeeper and Van Dijk, even when you don't play well, you're digging results out, which is
all about it.
a quality.
Yeah, I think
You're not going to play well all the time in football.
It's the ability to really grind the results. I think that's what is lacking for the past few seasons. You know, it's always been very promising.
Yeah.
So every year is our year, but eventually the results couldn't come.
Wait till Bournemouth and Napoli batter you next week.
I think Klopp
We'll
said.
flip it around.
I think Klopp said last year was the high press, is to win the ball up high, and
Yeah.
that's why those front three could score so many so quickly, transition.
Exactly.
And then this year he's had to change his system a little bit. Well, what impresses you about Klopp?
But I think what is imminent is from the last game especially against Burnley. What's visible is actually because if you see even with quick counter attack, we don't have to rely on the front three. You know, Shaqiri can deliver now. I mean, it starts from the back. You see, so from the keeper, you know, from Alisson Becker in terms of distribution wise, I think it's quite impressive in the sense that it completes the whole.
It's front to back.
And front, from back to front, in fact, you know, and they managed to convert. I think it's a matter of really converting to goals. Yeah.
Peter, for you, how has Jurgen Klopp evolved as a manager?
Oh, when he was at Dortmund, he had good teams. I think I was at the Champions League final when
Against Bayern.
And I thought he was unlucky. I think Gundogan played in that game.
Yeah,
Gundogan.
Absolutely.
He got injured after that, but he looked outstanding in that game. So I think he's always had his principles on the game where you get after people, you try and press high up the pitch. He's good and to be fair, he's what we were talking about before when I thought they lacked a bit at the back. He's gone and bought Van Dijk. Cost a lot of money, but terrific. And then the goalkeeper, you know, I think with great respect to the keepers Liverpool have had over the last couple of years, I think this kid now is top draw. So he's brought some really good players. But what I like about it is he's got pace all through the team. You know, from the back. Van Dijk, Robertson, pace.
Well, the thing everyone mentions Van Dijk and Alisson, which is rightly so, but Trent Alexander-Arnold, Gomez is like a new player, and Robertson as well. They've all come last year. They all came on leaps and bounds. Not so much Gomez, but the start of the season this year, Gomez has looked really good. He's picked up an injury.
And you lose the likes of Coutinho, and then they go and get more good players in. So just think it's.
I think the difference.
I think the problem you've got.
Yeah, I think the difference with this.
Exactly. They are. I mean, I think you're talking about first and second this early in the season now. And I was at the game. At Anfield, the 0-0, and Pep always liked playing, but he was a little bit more reserved in the way he played. You know, because they had got caught out against Liverpool over the last couple of years, and I thought that was interesting the way he went into that game.
I think in general, because you're closer, you know, in terms to the sense, to the feel of the game, from a viewer perspective, or from a TV perspective, we always felt that Pep has always have a a thing, you know, as an emotion going on, you know, always against Klopp. That he's always more careful.
Really?
Yeah, that's why.
No, it was quite open. No, I think.
Has it been? Yeah.
When
That case, that's what it feels,
I
right?
tell you what, when you got battered at City, but the kid got sent off for 20 minutes. Liverpool were the better side, and then he got sent off, and then they opened him up. But I just think Klopp's been a little bit clever in terms of letting City have it, the possession, and then when they hit him on the counter. What do you call it nowadays? Transition.
Yeah. Transition. Yes.
Transition.
What does it mean?
Pace.
Transition.
How quickly you can go from
Yes,
defending to
yeah,
attacking.
You mean just moving the ball faster?
Yeah, so it's
No.
counter-attack.
Correct.
counter-attack.
Well, the opposite of transition is Manchester United.
Oh,
Because they just get the ball and it's let's just slowly work our way forward or not. So I prefer to watch transition football.
Robbie mentioned as well. There's no tackling allowed.
Well, it's
Wait.
I think it's a less physicality.
Yeah.
I don't, and I'm not sure. Listen, I don't want anyone going over the top or coming in from behind. I want the skillful players, but I don't think there's anything wrong with a good, strong tackle.
Yeah.
And
Doing a good old Peter Reid.
Well, I would.
But it used to,
And Klopp will start complaining, right? So this is not the way to play the game, please.
but is football a physical contact game or not?
Yeah. Well, I said off air before in the car before. I want to see someone go out there and absolutely lump Manchester City.
Yeah.
Kick them. Yeah, you're going to get yellow cards and whatever, but no one's really taken it to him, not in the face.
The diplomatic Australian.
I
love it.
Let them know you're there, huh? The old let them know you're there.
And like commentators and pundits, and I do a bit. I think sometimes we're to blame when they go, oh, there was contact. Yeah. So what? I mean, is that a penalty? Is that a penalty?
Yeah. Listen, we're getting sidetracked now, but in Australia they brought in the VAR, like at the World Cup. And in slow motion, of course, they touched them. So I got sent off by VAR, and basically what happens, it happens in a game.
Oh, it's not all bad.
The game continues, and they say to the referee, there was contact, come and have a look. And in super slow-mo, you see his foot go back, and they go, oh, he touched him. I tell you, when it comes into the Premier League next season, it's going to be a disaster. Because it's so hard to officiate. It's re-refereeing the game, and it's just another person's interpretation. It's not like, oh, did the ball go over the line, did it not? It's another referee looking at it and going, I think that might be different.
I think an offside's a goal line, it's been improved, right? But I'm with you on it. I mean, the World Cup finally give a penalty.
How many penalties were given from set pieces?
That's not a pen. I mean, it's just come off and it's his hand. It wasn't deliberate handball. So I agree with you. It's dangerous territory for me. That really dangerous. And can you imagine that if it had been Boca and River Plate and you get one of them? I'd say what. You're thinking. Well, you can't say what you're thinking, can you?
Even the other one the other night, Arsenal against Tottenham, when Son got a touch in. That was it, wasn't it?
Vertonghen as well on.
Well, I don't think there was any contact.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But then on the replay, super slow mo.
Someone will say to me, "Well, he made him go down because of the way he went in."
Yeah.
No, not for me.
But a lot of people are saying the intention that matters. I think that's one argument that came.
This is the thing as well. Sometimes players launch in and the player jumps over it and they get a free kick.
Well, I had a shot and intended to score, but it wouldn't go in.
It wouldn't go in there, right? So that's the whole argument, right?
Hey, Beth,
I deserve that goal.
Score there. He given me it. In fact, it was. I thought we played well in the derby, even though we got beat. And Pickford's made a mistake, but he kept Everton in the game, making great saves. And Klopp was what impressed me about Jurgen Klopp that day was the quickest player on the pitch. You've got to give him some credit somewhere.
When you went onto the pitch, were you upset? Because I mean, Danny Mills, someone who's worked with us before, said he would have given him an elbow.
Well, if I'd have been a manager against him, I can understand emotion. I've won and lost derby games, cup finals, and it's not great. I think there is. I mean, I've heard Jason McAteer says, "Oh, he's just showing us emotions," but if everyone showed them emotions, I mean, you can show your emotions in that little square, in my opinion. But it's not going to change the world.
What if it was Jose doing it?
No way.
would have been slammed. He would have been thrown. The book would have been thrown at him.
I don't think he hugs his players though.
I don't think he hugs anyone.
Listen, he's got carried away the occasion.
Yeah.
We move on. Won the game, we move on. That's life. You just, time in the next derby game.
You were part of the European winning side in 86, 87?
85.
85?
Yeah.
Was there any memorable derbies with Liverpool, Merseyside derbies in those years?
We had loads. I mean, Liverpool.
Did you score in any?
No, I made a few tackles. So. No, it was good. I mean, soon as Liverpool were, when I went to Everton, Liverpool were best team in Europe possibly.
Yeah.
With the Souness's, the Dalglish's, the Rushes, top players, Hansen, Lawrence, top players, but we managed to, match him.
Yeah.
And win a couple of titles, and it was a good place to be in terms of football, Merseyside, because you had great derby games, and hopefully, Liverpool have been on the top end of winning them over a few years, but I can see improvements at Everton, but I've been involved in some great games, and being born in Liverpool, they were always a little bit extra special. Have you ever been to Anfield?
So what is this?
No.
Oh, you'd love to, would you?
Yeah, definitely.
What's this for?
That's like the place to be, right?
Well, if you ever get over there, I will make sure you got a couple of tickets at Anfield.
Oh, look at that.
Right. Wow.
Nice.
So these guys, these guys have got my number. So if you get there, I will make
Would you
sure
like a hand?
you get a couple of tickets,
Right.
and hopefully Liverpool will get beat. We'll all be happy.
If you actually look back during your time, so how long have you been supporting Liverpool since you were a kid, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So if I were to ask you to compare this team to the likes of the one under Rafa Benitez that won the Champions League, would you say this squad is better or that one was better?
This is where it gets very. I've of course given a few thoughts about that, right? So it's like, okay, that team, on paper it looks okay, but they deliver the silverware, right, so to speak. This one, there's a lot of promise, but if you ask me personally if I have to make a choice, this would be it.
Wow.
Because it's just, it depends on fans, right? So for me, it's beautiful, good football, so entertaining to watch, and this is it,
Yeah.
Previous season, I would have said the same.
Yeah.
But this season, at least I have one more thing to say, which is, hey, we got the results too,
Yeah.
And 15 matches down the road, and we're still.
Yeah, we got to win something, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. And I agree with you to a certain extent. There's a lot of pace. It's a really good team, but the bottom line is there's got to be trophies.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talk about this all the time on the show, and unfortunately, Man City are at the peak of their powers.
Right.
Pochettino, he's done a great job at Tottenham, but he hasn't won anything.
Yeah.
Klopp, the same.
Right.
So.
And
How much-
Jose gets it.
He's got it.
He's a serial winner.
Yeah.
We're going on about Klopp being this and being that, and rightly so. But then you look at Jose, trophies. You can't
It's just
knock
1
it.
year since he's not won anything. But
I think that side you're on about, Benitez. I think Benitez has like Gerrard and
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah.
in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
I take some beating then too.
Yeah.
They-
Didi Hamann was there.
it takes some
Berger?
beating that.
He wasn't really essential though, was he?
No, Patrick.
No. Spitzer, yes.
Vladimir Spitzer was
Spitzer,
there. Jibril Cisse came on, right?
Yes.
Second half.
Yeah.
That was actually a really good team to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good play.
So what's a pass mark for Liverpool this year? Does it have to be a trophy, or you think second place is going to be enough?
I think it's about time's up that we have to have at least a trophy, right? So it has to come from somewhere. So
So you think FA Cup
Cup?
or League Cup?
FA Cup, I think we're up. FA Cup?
Oh yeah, you lost to Chelsea. That's right. Yeah.
Good job you're up to date. Isn't it? Not bad. Yeah, I think I think that was a good point you made about Pochettino. He has done a great job, but people are going,
Now's the time.
you know,
Now's
and
the time.
the funny thing, there's only a certain amount of trophies
That's
to go
what
around.
Yeah.
But that's what, that's the nature of the game, isn't it?
Exactly
The nature
right.
of the beast.
But with the way the game is going, right, in terms of patience with managers is concerned, it's interesting how things evolve, right? When you don't deliver, there's a pressure immediately within 3 years, and 2 years, even the same season, if you don't deliver, the fans will start asking questions. So how has that been different from previous? You know.
That's always the same, isn't it? It's always the same. You know, I mean, don't forget Roy Hodgson was manager of Liverpool.
yeah.
He only lasted, you know, so whatever. It's just sometimes in football, and you know, if the media get onto it and there's pressure from the media, the fan starts. It's very difficult for owners or board of directors. Then you got a choice to make.
Sean, as always, a guest on the show received this official Man on the Street T-shirt. So,
Nice.
Peter, would you like to present that to
Man on the streets.
to Melvin?
Melvin, it's been
Thank you so much,
absolute
Peter.
pleasure.
Spending time.
If you could just put it on now and get that red shirt, over that red shirt, I'll be made up. Well done. Very nice meeting you.
Nice meeting
and
you
don't
too.
forget, if you're in England, give us a shout.
I'll get a number.
What an offer! What an offer that is.
An offer, right?
Right, Melvin, thank you very much for having us.
Thank you so much. Thank
No,
you.
our pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Together?
Yeah, come.
Thank you.
Oh, here.
Where are we?
You want all of us, or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this will be a good one, isn't it? You get over that
Swap
side.
sides. Swap
Yeah,
sides.
I look like, yeah, you get there. I look a midget. Well, I am a midget. Yeah, cheers. Nice lad, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Real nice lad.